Welcome back to Terrible Takes. Hit that like button, subscribe right now, because today we need to talk about the absolute psychopath that DC just tried to pass off as a superhero. I saw Supergirl today, and let me tell you guys something. The national critics too afraid to say this. Millie Alcock's Zor-El is not a hero. She is a cold-blooded, merciless, murdering asshole. Look, man, I know the casual fans are raving about the visuals. It's good. They love the gritty, outer space, John Wick vibe. But let's look at the actual playbook here. Superman grew up on a nice farm in Kansas. He saves kittens from trees. He believes in truth and justice. And Kara, she spent 14 years on a bleeding, dying chunk of Krypton, watching everybody she loves burn alive. And she didn't learn morals. She didn't learn morals. Her morals were just kind of like watching and seeing what happens with everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad what her story. Her story is like very very sad, man. So oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. Okay, yeah, it's pretty sad what happens with her story. The movie is basically a drama, but anyway, she learns survival, and in this movie, she treats the universe like her own personal demolition derby. Oh, think about how like the story even starts, man. Like it's a little alien girl named Ruthie. She wants revenge. Her dad was murdered by a scumbag named Krim, so she goes looking for him and looking for he's a hitman. So if Superman found a traumatized kid looking for blood, he would teach her that revenge is wrong. Revenge is a cycle. He would show her a better way. But what does Supergirl do? This chick looks at the kid wanting to commit murder and basically says, "Grab your coat, man. Let's go handle that." You know what I'm saying? She ain't a mentor. She's an enabler for an intergalactic hit squad. And now let's talk about the body count. Like she was brutal. She was very brutal in this entire movie. The second she teams up with Lobo, Kari isn't using non-lethal takedowns. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to take down bad guys and blow them up for the where they are. She's like snapping bones, and she's letting cosmic monsters rip people to shreds. She is a drinking, trash talker, swearing, and she just eviscerates anybody who gets in her way. You know what I'm saying? Like if any human acted like that, like they wouldn't get a movie deal. They get a life sentence in Arkham. You know what I'm saying? So James Gunn, he called this era Gods and Monsters. Well, they got the God, and now they nailed the monster part. Because Superman, he's gonna absolutely hate his cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when she finds out what she's become. What do you guys think? Am I being harsh on her? You know what I'm saying? Just because her cosmic trauma, or did the DC just turn one of their biggest heroes into a straight up supervillain? You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think in the chat, man. If you're team hero or team psychopath for Millie's Supergirl, man. Now let's get into the full breakdown. The opening scene, like she's a drunken mess, with godlike powers. So the movie literally opens with Kara traveling to a planet with a red sun just so she can get drunk, on her 23rd birthday. The trauma, she can't cope with it, or the pressure of living in her big cousin's shadow. Imagine having the power to move tectonic plates, but you spend your time getting absolutely trashed in a dive bar. So she's a mess, man. She's a big time mess. So she to me, she's not a hero. She's a cosmic liability waiting to happen. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and it showed like throughout the movie, literally throughout the movie. At the climax of the film, like she manages to defeat Krim, but she freed all the alien brides. She looks at this was key right here. She looks at Ruthie and tells her, "Hey, don't kill him. You know, if you kill him, it won't ease your pain. It'll make you just like him." And the thing is, like, Ruthie took her advice. She listened, and then she walked away. And then as soon as she like walked away, like what does Supergirl do? You know what I'm saying? She takes her sword and kills Krim like he was nothing. She killed him herself. Like that lets you know she's like a murdering asshole, man. She literally steals a child's vengeance, commits the murder anyway, and then acts like she just did a good deed. Know what I'm saying? The hypocrisy is off the charts. And don't get me started on her teaming up with Lobo. He's a ruthless alien bounty hunter who got a couple good kills in the throughout the movie. But him and her together to leave a trail of broken bones and bodies across the galaxy while they're tracking Krim. And they seem like I feel like they're going to explore that relationship even more because at the end when she does that to Krim, he's like overlooking and he approves, he gives his approval. So man, it was a lot going on in that movie, man, and it really didn't make her seem like she's gonna be like one of the villains in this new DC. Another detail, like the flashbacks for her show how she spent like her first 14 years on Argo City. It was a surviving chunk of Krypton that her dad had basically saved. But come to find out, it was like slowly poisoning everyone with radiation. So she had to watch her mom die. She watched basically an entire civilization die before she got stashed into a pad. Her dad recreated Clark's pad that he was sent off on as a baby. So, but man, look, like she got a front row seat to like an apocalypse, basically. So the movie did a great job, phenomenal job of detailing her trauma. Like it felt like this movie felt like 110% like a tragedy, because that's what it is. That's exactly what it is, a tragedy. And it was like people have been kind of bashing it, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. There wasn't Krim. He was overall as a villain, I'd say that he was okay. He he wasn't very memorable, outside of like killing that family of the people that had betrayed her. So, but like overall, man, like I like the direction that they're taking there. Who knows? She might end up being like, I think there one of the movies, one of the DC movies. What is it called? Flashpoint Paradox or something like that, where she teams up with like Vandal Savage and all that good bad stuff. So I think I kind of get the feeling that this is what this is kind of like pushing towards. But man, they made her look like she was a complete murdering butthole. Like the way she was like breaking arms, and man, it was pretty bad. But I enjoyed the movie. I'm looking forward to how everything shakes out. I think the next project we're getting is Green Lanterns in August, so we're a few weeks away from that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. Was she did her Millie Alcock's take on Supergirl? Did you guys like it? I kind of get the villain vibe from her. Like that all it's going to take is like one little thing to kind of push her over the edge, and she'll be like a top villain for Superman. Well, I think. Oh, you know what? I think the Brainiac was who was that controlled her? Somebody was controlling her in one of the recent shows, and oh, you know what? It was My Adventures with Superman. My Adventures with Superman. She was being controlled, and she was actually fighting her cousin. So that may be what we're headed towards, like a real life Supergirl versus Superman clash. So we'll see how it goes. Man, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I really enjoyed this, and I might go see it again. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Thanks for joining.